Hey, everybody, how's it going? I'm on my lunch break and just thinking about some things, and I'm just feeling really good today. And I don't know if you've been following me or not, but if you have, you probably have seen that I've been doing a lot of traveling and transitioning. When COVID hit, I lost my job. Well, I was, put on a sabbatical because we couldn't touch people's faces. I'm a makeup artist, right? And so for almost over a year, I hadn't worked. And come December, my roommate moved back to Seattle, and my lease ended, and I couldn't necessarily afford to go get another place on unemployment. So I packed up my things, moved to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, just for a few months. I put my stuff in storage here in Vegas. I'm still considered a resident here. I just had to temporarily put my things in storage. And just wait for my job to open back up. And when I was up there, I had moments where I thought I'd want to move there permanently. And I really just realized that I love Las Vegas, especially when I started flying back for jobs, every other week. I realized that I really love it here. Anyhow, come about a month ago, I went back up to Idaho, packed up my dog in the car and all the rest of my things, and took a long road trip back down to Vegas. And on the way, I went down the coast. I went from Spokane into Seattle, and then down to San Francisco, Portland, and then San Francisco, meeting a lot of my friends that I'd never met in person that I sing with on that Smule karaoke app. And it was just so exhilarating because these are people I feel so connected to. We've sang together for so long. And upon getting back home to Vegas after this long, beautiful journey, and settling back into my job, it was surprisingly slow in the store. I started to feel depressed. I got really down and questioned what I was doing. And is this really my purpose? And should I really be here? What am I doing? And a friend of mine, actually my new roommate, said, well, Joy, once you get back in the gym and you start getting some progress in your life, you'll feel a million times better. And it's funny because these are things I know. Like, I already know that in the back of my mind, but it seems as though when you're going through a lot of transition and your brain starts spinning and you haven't been consistent in the little things you need to be consistent in, like your health. Like, something as simple as nutrition literally can kill you and throw you off and cause depression big time. And actually, there's tons of studies that show that exercise will wipe out depression a lot because of the feel-good endorphins that are released. And it's a quick fix if you're feeling depressed. Of course, we don't want to hear that because half the world doesn't want to work out. But I'm telling you, yesterday and the day before, I went to the gym and I got a really good vitamin and a active enzymes like probiotic and prebiotic, which I didn't know there was two different kind of biotics, but there is. And I have to tell you, and I've also made a choice to say no to a few things. Actually the other day I was throwing up a lot, not feeling good, is because my nutrition was off. Stress can literally cause your body and everything around you to get all messy, and you'll feel physical symptoms because of these things. And all it takes is having a little bit of discipline to do the things that you have to do. And usually when you feel bad, it's an indication that your priorities are off and that you need to tweak your priorities. It's like a little gas light on your gas gauge, saying, hey, get your priorities straight, do these little things. So I want to encourage everybody, look at your exercise, get blood flowing through your body, have progress, because without progress in your life, you're going to feel depressed. Maslow's hierarchy of needs even says that humans have a need for progress. Without progress, you are going to feel like a lump on a log. I mean, seriously, think about it too. You've heard the idle mind is the devil's playground. Yeah. When you have nothing challenging you, nothing inspiring you, and you're just in routine, familiarity, things that are just over and over and over, monotony, and you're not experiencing anything that's progressing, and when you're not busy in a good way, that's when your mind can start spinning out of control. And even though you could be the most gifted psychologist, psychiatrist, doctor, motivational speaker, preacher, it doesn't matter who you are. It's like food. If you don't nourish yourself for a few days, you're going to be weak, and you won't be able to default to those things you should default to. So it's about reminding yourself in the moment of chaos to literally slow down, be mindful, and check your priorities and switch up a few little things. And I fall short quite a bit. We all do. We all fall off. And then we feel hopeless and we beat ourselves up. But instead of allowing your brain to continue that spin cycle, I think it would be more beneficial to literally take authority over your own thought and say, no, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to be depressed. I'm going to go on a really long, brisk walk. And then I'm going to get my priorities straight. And I'm not going to think about what I did in the past, because the past is nothing. It doesn't matter. Really, what matters is right now, in the moment. This is what you're experiencing. This is your journey. It's not sometime in the future when you get to where you're supposed to be, or sometime in the past where you were. It's good to address the past, and it's good to have vision for the future, but you have to at least learn how to be mindful and present in the moment so that your journey is a beautiful one. Otherwise, you're going to deal with tons of unneeded stress, which causes illnesses in your body. Your mind can cause you to get sick physically, and then you're left with less time on the planet. So get effective on this planet by taking care of yourself first. Letting people take a hike. Don't give your time to people until you've given your time to yourself and your God, your source, your creator, where you can have clarity and get your blood pumping and take your vitamins. I know it seems so silly, but these days we got to do it. Anyway, I could talk forever. Got to go back to work. Love you guys.